Yes, let me continue now. Gatman coach formylation. This is another method of converting benzene straight away to benzaldehyde. Yes. Now let us look at or check out methods which are exclusive for ketones, only ketones. Okay. This is from acid chloride by the use of dialkyl cadmium. Uses reagent called dialkyl cadmium. Let's see what dialkyl cadmium is. Yes. Using Grignard reagent, you prepare dialkyl cadmium R2CD, and that Grignard reagent which gives dialkyl cadmium, and now dialkyl cadmium is made to react with acid chloride that gives you a ketone. This method is exclusive for ketones by the use of dialkyl cadmium. Okay, so the role of dialkyl cadmium is to provide us R minus. This R minus attacks carbonyl carbon. That's how an acid chloride is converted to ketone. Acid chloride converted to ketone. Okay, next method. You can also prepare ketones using Grignard reagent, but this time we require nitrile here, not acid chloride. Nitriles can be converted to ketones using Grignard reagent. How? First, the R minus of Grignard reagent attacks the carbon of the nitrile group. You get this imine kind of a compound, imine complex, which upon hydrolysis will give you the corresponding ketone. This is how one can prepare ketones from nitriles. So two methods, remember, preparing ketone from acid chloride, for which you have to use dialkyl cadmium, then preparing ketone from nitriles, for which you use Grignard reagent. Okay, yes, two important methods. Then the next method is Friedel-Crafts acylation. We all know about it. We all have studied this under benzene, under aromatic hydrocarbons, wherein benzene is made to react with acid chloride in presence of anhydrous AlCl3 as Lewis acid catalyst. That gives you the corresponding ketone, aromatic ketone. These are all methods exclusive for ketones, only ketones. You don't get aldehydes from these methods. Okay, that's about methods of preparations of aldehydes and ketones. We will now check some questions. Question number 3. Among the following compounds, there are 4 compounds given here. The one which will produce ethyl methyl ketone. We have to find out among the 4 options which one of this will produce ethyl methyl ketone on oxidation. Okay, so let me give you a background for this. The background for this is check this out. Primary alcohol upon oxidation gives you an aldehyde, which in turn gets oxidized to carboxylic acid. Check this. Primary alcohol R CH2OH, primary alcohol upon oxidation using strong oxidizing agent gives you an aldehyde RCHO, which undergoes further oxidation to give carboxylic acid. But only with reagents like PCC you can stop the oxidation at the aldehyde stage, right? Similarly, what happens with the secondary alcohol? Secondary alcohol RCHOH, R. This is secondary alcohol. Upon oxidation, that gives you ketone RCOR. Ketone baratte. Okay, so ketone. Now, what are we being asked to prepare here? Ethyl methyl ketone. So since we are asked to prepare a ketone is obtained by the oxidation of secondary alcohol only. See this? A ketone is obtained by the oxidation of secondary alcohol. So we just have to find out which option here is secondary alcohol. Okay, let me option by option. Option A. Option A is isobutyl alcohol. This is isobutyl alcohol. CH3, H, CH2OH. Please observe, OH is attached to a primary carbon atom. So this is a primary alcohol. Primary alcohol upon oxidation will not give you ketone. This ketone kodalla, so wrong answer. Option B, secondary butyl alcohol. Okay, no, Nili. This is option B. How do I write secondary butyl alcohol? CH3. Okay, let me write option B here. Option B, CH3, CH. There you have OH attached to this on the second carbon. Then CH2, CH3. Yes, this is a secondary alcohol. This is a secondary alcohol, and we know secondary alcohols give ketones. What kind of a ketone it will give rise to? Check this out. The CHOH part becomes CO. Ashte. Carbon, CO, CH2, CH3. Here you have CH3. Please notice this change. All of you notice this change. CHOH part is oxidized to CO part. Now, shall we name this ketone in the common system? This will be named as methyl ethyl ketone. That's what we want. So, option B is what is correct. Straight away, we'll mark option B as the answer. That's the correct answer, because option B is secondary alcohol, and secondary alcohol is the one which undergoes oxidation to give you a ketone. Okay, next. Question number 4. Propyne, an alkyne, treated with aqueous sulfuric acid in presence of mercury ions. The product is. So, if you look at alkyne, acid and mercury, you can easily decide that this is acid catalyzed hydration. Acid catalyzed hydration. Hydration. Okay. So, the given alkyne is unsymmetrical alkyne. Check this. CH3, C, triple bond CH, propyne, unsymmetrical. And if this adds on water in presence of H plus ions from the acid and mercury ions as catalyst, remember, if the alkyne is unsymmetrical, then addition of water takes place in accordance to Markovnikov's rule. So H goes to first carbon, OH lands on the second carbon, and this is what we get: CH3, COH. OH is on the second carbon now. Remember, water is getting added to triple bond, so triple bond becomes a double bond. And then you have hydrogen going to the first carbon is CH2. This is now an enol. This is now an enol. And what happens to enols? Enols tautomerize. Enols undergo tautomerization. Now, how to write the product of tautomerization? Very simple. The COH part is now converted to the keto carbonyl group CO, and carbon-carbon single double bond is now carbon-carbon single bond with a CH3. So what's the product here? Acetone. Acetone is the product. Okay. So what's the IUPAC name for acetone? Propanone. Where do you find propanone? Option D. Option D gives you propanone. Good. Option D gives you propanone. Good. That is question number 4. Okay. Now let me take you to the next question. Okay, before that, I'll give you some time to write this down. Just a couple of seconds. Okay, this is done. Next. Question number 5. Okay, here we see ozone, which means this is a question on ozonolysis. Ozonolysis. And this is probably the 3rd time we are checking out ozonolysis. Alkenes alagli na odidivi idanna, right? So let's check it out once again. Given some compound A, it must be an alkene, should give B, that is ozonoid, and upon treatment with zinc and water, it should give you formaldehyde and acetaldehyde. Okay. So here you are asked to find out what is A. What is the starting alkene A? Which means from the products you are working back the reactants. Now how do we do it? Let me give you the plan. Plan anile. Very simple. Write the 2 carbonyl groups. Write the 2 carbonyl compounds such that their carbonyl groups would face each other, would face one another. Write it this way. We don't know. I'm just taking a general example here. Okay. So write the two carbonyl groups this way. Remove these oxygen atoms and connect the two R groups, fragments here. These two should be connected now. Connect these two. That's it. So what do you end up getting? You will end up getting C double bond C, an alkene. Ashte. So make the same sort of analysis. Ade plan il marna. Okay. What are the given aldehydes? Formaldehyde, acetaldehyde. Let me write it once. I'll write formaldehyde and I'll write acetaldehyde. Okay. This is formaldehyde. CHO. HCHO is formaldehyde. Okay. I will write acetaldehyde such that the carbonyl group of it faces this. In acetaldehyde, you know, you have one CH3 group, one hydrogen atom. Okay. Now let's stick to the same plan. Remove these two oxygens, then connect these. Okay. So I'll write the structures here. Check it. I'm writing it here. H, two hydrogens on the carbon. So it is CH2, CH2, double bond, CH. What else is attached to it? CH3. Very easy. See, this is the alkene that we have to get. And what's its IUPAC name? It's propene. Option C, propene. In fact, the main utility or use of ozonolysis reaction is to locate the position of double bond. In an alkene, namge double bond position ellide anta gottilla andre, you can use ozonolysis as a method to find it out. See how you can find out what the alkene is. Okay, next question number 6. Question number 6 is also a question on ozonolysis, but here you are given a cyclic alkene. So the starting alkene is given. You have to find out the products. Reverse now. Okay. So what are you supposed to do? Easy. Cleave the molecule at the double bond, at the carbon-carbon double bond. You cleave the molecule at the carbon-carbon double bond, and wherever there is C double bond C, replace it with C double bond O. Nodi, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ? Cleave it at the carbon-carbon double bond. In place of C double bond C, you'll have C double bond O. Easy. Okay. So we'll do the same thing here. But to keep track of the carbon atoms, we'll number it. Let me number it this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. There are 6 carbon atoms, right? So 6 carbon atoms are there. Let me now split this. Carbon 1, then comes carbon 2, then you have carbon 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I've written 6 carbons. Now carbon 1 is this, methyl. Carbon 2 was part of the double bond. Check madili. Carbon 2 was involved in double bond, which means at the second position, replace C double bond C with C double bond O. That's it, on second position. Then you have carbon 3, normal carbon atom, then carbon 4, then carbon 5, and then again carbon 6 is involved in double bond. So you will check it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th carbon again has a double bond. But carbon valency is not satisfied. But you know, if nothing is written, there is hydrogen. So let's write hydrogen here. Yes, this will be the compound. This will be the compound. See which option matches this. Option B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, option B is correct. See, there is another easier way to arrive at the answer. Elimination of options. Options eliminate marna. Okay. See, ozonolysis will never give you diol. Diol baradu sadhyane illa. So option A is ruled out. Now, when ozonolysis takes place, this carbon-carbon double bond breaks, cleaves, which means the compound will no longer remain cyclic. It will not remain cyclic. So this also is ruled out. D. Now compare B and C. Count number of carbon atoms in C. 1, 2, 1 second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 carbon atoms in the option C. Do we have 7 carbon atoms in the given compound? There are only 6 carbons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if the reactant has 6 carbons, how can the product have 7 carbons? No, wrong. Is it not? So you should select that option which has 6 carbons. Straight away, you will arrive at option B as the answer. So this elimination of options method can also be used here. Okay, right. That was question number 6, a method, a question on ozonolysis. Now proceeding further, please take this down, all of you, quickly. Okay, moving on. Next question. Question number 7. This is easy. Which reagent is used in Rosenmund reduction? Rosenmund reduction. Which reagent is used? We all know it is hydrogen in presence of palladium, which is poisoned, to reduce its efficiency. This is Rosenmund reduction. Yes. That was question 7. Question 8. Okay. Here you have a sequence of reactions. We'll check what those sequence of reactions mean. First you have ethyl bromide, CH3CH2Br. CH3CH2Br is made to react with KCN. So this is from your haloalkanes chapter. Cyanide ion is a nucleophile. Okay. Attacks carbon. So you get propane nitrile or ethyl cyanide. Propane nitrile. C triple bond N Bharat. Now that is treated with, look at this reagent combination. Look at these reagents. SnCl2, HCl, followed by hydrolysis. This is a perfect case for Stephan reduction. Stephan reduction. Yes. Okay. Now, what happens during a Stephan reduction? Let me give you the general plan. This is a general reaction. You have a nitrile, RC triple bond N. When subjected to Stephan reduction, what are the reagents under Stephan reduction? 1. Stannous chloride in a suspension of ether saturated with HCl. First step, second step, hydrolysis. Okay, Nenpitkoli. Stephan reduction is a method to convert nitrile. A nitrile gets converted to aldehyde. So C triple bond N becomes CHO. R group remains same. C triple bond N becomes CHO. So wherever there is C triple bond N, wherever you have C triple bond N, replace it with CHO. That's all. You'll get the answer. Now we'll try that out here. Same reaction condition, Stephan reduction. Stephan reduction. So wherever you have nitrile, CN group, just replace it with CHO group. See, CH3, CH2, third carbon is CN, replace it with CHO. This is the product you get. This is propanal. CH3, CH2, CHO. Which is the correct option then? Option C. Option C becomes the correct option. Okay. Yes, this is a question on Stephan reduction. I think this is where we'll stop. Time is up. So we'll continue with aldehydes and ketones in our next class as well. Okay. Thank you, all of you.